Hello my dear future chartered friends. Welcome to paper discussion series by More Academy. I hope you have seen the earlier videos in the playlist and are also solving or checking the paper with me. And I'm sure that you have subscribed to this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please click the subscribe button below. Also, like and share the video. Let me now discuss a 10-mark question on BRS. The earlier two sub questions were calculation questions. This too is basically a calculation question, but it is also asking you to prepare a cash account and to rectify the errors as well as omissions. So in a way, it is a problem of ledger and calculation. So let us jump into this question, which I'm sure will be very easy for intelligent students like you. Let's go ahead. Question number 2C. According to cash book of G, there was a balance of Rs 4,45,000 in his bank on 30th June 2021. On investigation, you find that checks amounting to Rs 60,000 issued to the creditors have not been presented for payment till the date. Checks paid into bank amounting to Rs 1,10,500, out of which checks amounting to Rs 55,000 only collected by bank up to 30th June 2021. A dividend of Rs 4,000 and rent amounting to Rs 60,000 received by the bank and entered in the passbook but not recorded in cash book. Insurance premium up to 31st December 2020 paid by the bank Rs 2,700 not entered in the cash book. The payment side of cash book had been undercast by Rs 500. Bank charges Rs 150 shown in the passbook had not been entered in the cash book. A bill payable of Rs 20,000 had been paid by the bank but was not entered in the cash book, and bill receivable of Rs 6,000 had been discounted with the bank at a cost of Rs 100, which had also not been recorded in cash book. You are required to make the appropriate adjustments in cash book and to prepare a statement reconciling it with the bank passbook. So this is a 10-mark question. Interesting question, but very easy question. There are certain points which I have observed while reading the question. Let us now consider my observations. Although BRS is asked, the problem has given only balance as per cash book. The balance as per passbook is not given. It means balance as per passbook is going to be a balancing figure. In other words, you won't be in a position to sure shot tell yourself whether your answer is correct or not immediately after the exam is over. You'll have to wait for your correctness of your answer till the date of result. If the problem would have given you balance as per cash book and passbook both, then in the exam hall itself, you would have immediately understood whether your calculation is correct or wrong. Now you'll have to be more careful before solving the question. The second point which I have noted is that the cash book is showing a normal balance, not overdraft balance. In the first line it is mentioned, cash book of G, there was a balance of Rs 4,45,000. They have not said overdraft. So cash book is having a debit balance, normal balance, positive balance. So when we will prepare the cash book as is asked in the first sub question, make appropriate adjustments in the cash book. At that time, the balance of Rs 4,45,000, this balance of Rs 4,45,000, since it is normal balance, it will come on the debit side of the cash book which we are going to prepare. Out of the 7 different adjustments given, only first two adjustments. First adjustment is check amounting to 60,000 issued to the creditors not presented for bank, and check paid into bank amounted to 1,10,500, out of which check amounting to Rs 55,000 only collected by bank up to 30th June. These are the two adjustments which talk about timing difference. That means they are recorded in 1 month in the cash book and they may be recorded in passbook in another month or different month. That means they will have to appear in BRS. All other adjustments, let it be adjustment number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All these adjustments are not talking about timing difference, but they are talking about some error or omission in the cash book. That means the passbook has already passed some entry, but cash book has forgotten to pass the entry, or it is recorded at different amount. It means we need to prepare adjusted cash book first. Then we should calculate correct bank balance as per the cash book. Only then we can go ahead with preparation of BRS. So second question can be started not simultaneously along with first question. Second question must be started only after completing the first question. Adjustment number 3 tells you dividend of 4,000 and rent amounting to be 60,000 received. Dividend is received, rent is received by the bank. That means it is received directly by the bank. So who knows it first? Bank knows it first. Entry must be there in the passbook. but it is not intimated to the cashier. Therefore, the cash book is not having the entry for the same. We will record it on the debit side of cash book. Then comes the next part. Insurance premium up to 31st December 2020 paid by the bank rupees 2700 not entered in cash book. Now the first thing which may appear immediately in your mind that sir, the date is given 31st December 2020 and this is up to 30th June 2021. What should we do? This date is not important. What is important is what is entered in the cash book and what is entered in the passbook. They have clearly told it is paid by the bank of rupees 2700, but it is not entered in cash book. Since it is paid by the bank, it must be there in passbook, but it is not there in cash book. We will record as a payment now in cash book. Adjustment number 3, both are receipts. Adjustment number 4 is a payment. The payment side of the cash book had been undercast by rupees 500. Undercast means short totaling. Overcast means higher totaling. Undercast means lower totaling. So the payment side of cash book is not recording all the payments properly, or even if they are recorded, they are not taking total properly. So we will now record it as if it's a new payment. So one payment of insurance premium and one payment of undercasting. Next is bank charges of 150 shown in the passbook had not been entered in the cash book. So it is not entered in cash book, we will record, and since they are charges, that means it is payment, it will come on payment side of cash book. A bill payable of rupees 20,000 had been paid by the bank but was not entered in the cash book, and a bill receivable of rupees 6,000 had been discounted with the bank at a cost of rupees 100, which has also not been recorded in cash book. So these are the two entries. Both are omitted in cash book. Let us record them. It's a bill payable paid by the bank directly. Since the bank has paid it, passbook must have recorded it. Cash book is not yet knowing about it. Now since the information is available to us, we will record it. It's a payment. It will be coming on payment side of cash book. And bill receivable of 6,000. Bill is of 6,000, remember. But it is discounted with the bank. We were having a bill receivable. We went to the bank for discounting the same. I hope you remember the topic of bill of exchange. The entry for discounting of a bill is bank account debit, discount charges account debit to bills receivable account. So bank account will be debited by the net amount. Discount charges will be debited by the amount of discount charges deducted by the bank, and bills receivable will be credited by the full gross amount. Full gross amount of the bill is rupees 6,000. Discount charges are 100. Matlab the bank must have deposited rupees 5,900 in our bank account. So our bank account has received 5,900. It means we will record 5,900 on the debit side in the cash book and 20,000 on the payment side of the cash book. So these are the basic points to be kept in mind. Dividend and rent received, but they are unrecorded. They will be recorded on debit side of cash book. Insurance premium paid up to 31st December 2020, but the date is not important for us. We will record it along with the bank charges and bills payable paid by the bank on the payment side of cash book. Undercasting of cash book payment side will be recorded as if it's a separate payment, and bill discounted will be recorded at a discounted amount, net amount on the receipt side. With these points in mind, let us now go for the actual preparation of cash book and actual preparation of BRS. Discussed in the observations, you can see here that in the cash book, first of all, the amount of rupees 4,45,000, that is the opening balance, which is known to us, is recorded on the debit side. Then the dividend received and rent received, which was unrecorded in cash book, is now recorded. Since they are receipts, they are obviously taken on receipt side. Bills receivable, which is discounted. Bill was of rupees 6,000. Discount charges were rupees 100. So the net amount received in the bank account must have been 5,900, which is recorded on receipt side. Then insurance premium is recorded as a payment, which was unrecorded. Bank charges and bills payable directly honored by the bank. These are also recorded as payments. The undercasting of payment side of cash book is recorded as a separate payment, now rupees 500. After that, we are taking the total of cash book. Debit side is 5,14,900, which is taken on credit side. And then you get a new balance, which is 4,91,550. Now our BRS will not be based on 4,45,000 balance given by the problem, but our BRS will be starting from the balance of 4,91,550 as available from adjusted cash book, which is prepared by us just now. So here you complete the first part of the question. Now the second part of question is obviously preparing the BRS. The starting point will be adjusted balance as per cash book. Remember, we are not going to start from 4,45,000. We are going to start from 4,91,550. Then checks which are issued but not yet presented. Since they are issued, that means they must have been recorded in cash book on payment side. They are already recorded in cash book as a payment, but they are not yet presented to the bank. That means the passbook is not recording them as payment. Therefore, that payment is required to be reversed, or that payment is required to be added back will specify add checks issued but not presented for payment till 30th June 60,000. First adjustment is covered. In the second adjustment, they have told 1,10,500 checks, out of which 55,000 are collected. That means out of 1,10,500, 55,000 are collected. So 55,500 are not yet collected. Although they are not collected, but still they are recorded on the receipt side, or they must have been recorded on the receipt side in the amount of 1,10,500. So remaining amount of 55,500 will have to be shown by us as the amount of checks which are recorded by us as yet received, but the passbook has not yet received them. Therefore, let us deduct the same. Checks paid into the bank for collection but not yet collected till 30th June, 55,500 to be deducted. The remaining amount is balance as per passbook, 4,96,050. So very easy question. You can consider, you can check it here. Question number 2A, 2B and 2C are very simple questions. 20 marks are there in your pocket. Any student who has based his studies or who has made some basic studies in relation to CA Foundation, trial balance, and then the question of cash book and BRS, and the previous question of depreciation. Very simple questions. 20 marks are there in your pocket. Let us go for the next question in the next video. We are going to look at question number 3. Thank you very much and be with me.